Welcome back to Reset and Relish, your weekly reset where we unpack the chaos of adulting with joy, honesty, and a little spice.
You already know, whether you're commuting, cleaning, or just being, we're glad you pressed play. This is your safe space.
Today's gist: managing your managers, climbing up without losing your mind, and whether mentorship is still giving or just another buzzword.
Plus, a little talk about weekend escapes, because life will just stress you if you let it. Let's be honest. If you could control your manager for 1 year, what's the first thing you'd do?
I teach them how to send emails without sounding like the world is ending. Also, realistic timelines. Because why is everything always a fire drill? God, that big.
My own? I make them shadow me for a week, just so they see what it's actually like on this side.
That's actually such a good idea. Reverse shadowing. Half the stress we face is because of misalignment. Like, some managers genuinely don't know how long tasks take.
And sometimes it's not even wickedness, it's pressure from above. But that's where managing up comes in. Learning to communicate clearly, set boundaries, and gently educate upwards.
One of the best things I learned was from my former team lead. She always said, make your boss's life easier and they'll trust you with more. So now, I try to anticipate needs before they arise.
Same here. I had a manager once who never micromanaged, but his trick was setting super clear expectations from day one. He'd break down what success looked like in each quarter and leave room for me to do it in my own style. It forced me to level up and stop waiting for handholding, because you don't want to fall his hand really. But he also gave feedback like mistakes and not knowing were part of the journey. That changed everything.
That's the goal. Clear roles, mutual respect, and a reading that allows for feedback, growth, and some grace.
Yeah.
I want to be like him when I grow up.
Also, don't underestimate the power of documenting wins. I keep a mini brag doc, because when it's appraisal season, nobody's memory works. If I don't write it down or document it somehow, it didn't happen.
Yes, and be emotionally intelligent. Sometimes managing your manager just means knowing when they're in a bad mood and choosing peace. Also, managers are people. Some are overworked. Some never had good managers themselves. So you too, give them grace.
Okay, real talk. Do we need mentors?
I think it depends. Not everyone needs a formal mentor-mentee relationship. Sometimes it's just someone ahead of you who shows you what's possible.
Yeah. I used to think I needed a perfect mentor, someone who would hold my hand and map out my career path. But life doesn't work that way though.
Nope. Some of my best mentorship moments came from people who didn't even know they were mentoring me. One conversation, one opportunity, one push.
My cousin once said something that stuck. Observe people's wins, study their mistakes, but don't try to copy-paste their life.
Sure, definitely.
CN, that thing has given me peace more times than I can count.
Same, and not every mentor has to be older or in your field. One of my friends, younger than me, taught me so much about work boundaries. I was like, wow, so you can just log off?
Revolutionary. And you can have multiple mentors for different parts of your life: career, finance, family, and creativity. We don't have to expect one person to do it all.
Yeah, exactly. And having the confidence to even ask questions or start small, that's a skill in itself. Not just knowing things, but learning how to learn.
That part, because it's easy to forget that growth takes time. Your skills grow as you grow, and make the effort to learn every day. Never assume you know.
Also, if you do have an official mentor, remember it's a two-way street. Show up prepared, respect their time, ask thoughtful questions, add value where you can.
Yes, sometimes value is just giving updates, letting them know that their advice helped or didn't. It builds trust.
So, have you ever escaped for the weekend? Like, packed your bag and vanished?
Last month around my birthday, I did a weekend staycation to reset before entering a new year. Found a tiny beach resort outside Lagos. Left my phone on Do Not Disturb. ate seafood, journaled, and slept like a baby. It was short, but it helped me breathe.
I love that. Mine was a trip to Port Harcourt for a friend's birthday. Nothing fancy, but there was a lot of food like white soup, marching ground, loud music, and late night gist. Just thinking about it is making me reminisce. It reminded me how nice it is to experience a different city pace.
That's the magic of a mini escape. Doesn't have to be fancy or far, just intentional.
Even one night at a friend's place with no plans counts. One time, I crashed with a friend in Abuja. We watched Nollywood classics, ate cereal for dinner, and talked till 2 a.m. It was such a heart-to-heart moment. We need to normalize pressing pause without guilt and without needing a travel agent.
Yes, because when we return, we are less reactive, more human, even work feels lighter.
Okay fam, it's that time. Relish this moment. Ini, what moment did you savor this week?
On Wednesday, I had lunch with an old colleague to catch up on all of life's updates. See, I have not laughed that hard in a long time. It reminded me how rich the simple moments can be.
Mine was when I ran into an old mentor at this random pop-up last weekend. He looked the same, just with more gray hair and, honestly, even more drip. We hadn't caught up in years, but the convo flowed like we'd just seen each other last week. Hearing how he's handling work and life now gave me some fresh perspective. Definitely reshaped how I think about working with clients and collaborators, and reminded me that most of us are figuring it out as we go.
If you're listening, share your moments with us using hashtag Reset and Relish. Whether it's big or small, we want to hear it. If today's episode made you reflect, laugh, or text your office bestie, you know what to do. Subscribe, share, and drop us a review.
And remember, you don't have to wait for burnout before you pause. You deserve rhythm, not just hustle.
As always, Reset and Relish is brought to you by Indomie Relish. Premium flavor for premium moments.
Find it in stores or online. Stock your pantry with joy. You deserve it.
Till next time, keep growing, keep resting, and always
Relish the taste
and love the experience.